So I'm just here with Caroline Farmer, who runs Carn's Theatre Passion. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
We're very, very excited to be talking lots about theatre today, and we thought we'd meet, as it's such a lovely day, in a park in London. This park, believe it or not, is actually where Nick Jonas performed an acoustic set one time when he was in Les Mis, which is just across the road, which is super cool, right?
Yeah.
I love Nick Jonas and I love Les Mis, but we're going to be talking lots about musicals and lots about lots of actors, so yeah, it's going to be a great video. Let's go. So question number one, we're filming off both devices, so if you see our eyes going everywhere, that's why.
That's
so
right.
We're going for both channels, which is really cool. So, Caroline, my first question for you is, what was the first ever musical you ever watched?
Okay, so my first musical I ever watched, I think it will probably when it was a school trip.
Okay.
And I came to, and it was the Aldwych Theatre, and it was Blondel.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it.
With Paul Nicholas in it. And yeah, it was incredible, and funnily enough it's just been restaged at the Union Theatre last year.
Nice.
And so it was kind of, oh my god, I've got to see that. And first they pronounced Blondel differently than I have all these years. So
really?
yeah, but
that's
never mind. It was by Tim Rice, and it was kind of a throwback in time. Yeah, and it was a throwback in time, and you know what? Was it still special? Yeah, it was still special because it was the first time I remember sitting in the audience thinking, oh my god, I'm in love. Yeah.
So how old were you?
I must have been, so it would have been probably penultimate year, so I would have been probably about 15.
15. Oh. So that's obviously your stage show.
Yes.
If you were to say a movie or something you watched on television,
probably Chitty Bang Bang.
Okay.
Was probably my first one, and again I just love it because it's so fun and just you know, it is just children's
it's great.
fun.
Oh, you Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Bang Bang, we love you. I love that. Oh, well, actually, talking about mine, the first kind of movie I ever watched, I would say, was Annie. Because my nan loved it. She would play like Phantom in the background of some musical theatre songs, and Annie was just the one, because I feel like it was my age. It was Annie and Oliver. They were kind of like the two at the time. Very popular. I used to sit in my nan's and watch them, and I think that's where I found my love of musical theatre.
Oh wow!
And then when I was 10, and one of my best friends, Amy, turned 10, I came to London for one of the first times ever. Well, actually, I think it was the second time, but the first time I ever saw a West End show.
Wow! And so what was that?
It was Mary Poppins. Around the corner at the Prince Edward. Yes. And it was with Laura Michelle Kelly, who's now a huge Broadway star.
Incredible.
I would do anything for her to come back so I could talk to her again about it.
It was amazing. I remember queuing for day seats for that.
Really?
Yeah, several times.
Wow. And for Disney, that's pretty good to get a day seat.
Yeah, it was. It was really good, and I love it.
That's great. I feel like that's Bert now. He's just come to a chimney sweep. Yeah, so that was my first. But I think the minute I saw it, I was like, okay, I want to see more theatre when I get older. I have the dream of musical theatre, you know, coming to see these shows. And now when we get to cover them, isn't it an incredible feeling?
It's just an amazing bit. Like I say, Blondel last year, the fact that I was invited back to see it as to cover it as a theatre blogger, it was just amazing, and it kind of made me feel like I'd almost gone full circle for my first love. And it was just it is just an amazing, very privileged position to be in.
Yeah, I mean, we're very, very lucky, and I say this all the time, but it's literally a dream come true. When you get asked to cover a show, we're not taking it for granted. Like when we release, I mean, it takes a long time to put all our blogging material together, but it's just the most incredible thing, and I urge anybody out there who wants to theatre blog or vlog, whatever it may be, to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, just do it. And if you've got a passion for something, you know, what no matter what it is, there's a lot of us out there, but there's also room for a lot more, because because it's the content, because everybody that reads and views our sites see something different, and now, you know, I'll have followers, Here will have followers. It will be totally
It's also different age groups, so it doesn't matter how old or young you are. Everybody wants an overall view, so they want a mixture of reviews from young and old. Because obviously there's family shows, there's very adult shows, there's also children's shows. You know, there's such. We're very lucky in the West End that there's such a diverse range that we can enjoy. So so that's our first musical, isn't it? That's all very exciting. So I was going to say our first West End show, which we just discussed, so how old we were. So I was 10 with mine. And the next one is your favourite musical theatre song of all time.
Oh, my favourite musical theatre song of all time. Now you're asking.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Give me time to think. You go first.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh no. This is just such a big thing. I think we're gonna have to think about it for a minute. But favourite musical theatre song. Oh my goodness. On the spot, I'm gonna say Music of the Night from Phantom.
Okay.
Only because it gives me instant goosebumps, and whenever I hear it I cry. I don't know what it is, it's just one of those songs that just makes me cry instantly. And I think it's also because of the connection with my nan, and when I used to grow up she used to play it. And when I went to see it for the first time, they sang Music of the Night and I was literally bawling. And I didn't understand why. I was like, oh, why is this? So I spoke to my mum and I said, oh, why am I crying at this specific song? And she said, well, it's because your nan used to play it all the time. So it brought back all the memories, and I think I'm gonna say that's my favourite of all time because it just takes my breath away every time.
And that's good. I'd like to say probably one from my favourite jukebox musical, but that'll come up later. And so I would probably go for something completely unexpected. In actual fact, I would probably say something like "Luck Be a Lady Tonight."
Oh, that's such a tune.
From Guys and Dolls, because I just love it. I remember watching it on film when I was much younger with my mum, and then recently seen it when it was last in the West End, and I saw some amazing casts. And
Guys and Dolls, it was at the Phoenix, wasn't it? Rebel Wilson.
Oh yes, no, I didn't see it that run. I actually saw it. I saw it when it was at the Piccadilly Theatre.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the time before, and that had such stars as Nigel Harman.
Oh wow.
Ewan McGregor.
Mate, Ewan McGregor? He did? No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He did?
Yes, he did.
Oh my goodness.
And also Patrick Swayze.
Oh,
it was just amazing. And
you saw the Patrick Swayze?
Yes. And yes, it was.
I bet it was one of those moments.
It was a moment. Yeah, and that's probably going to be one of my questions that you're going to cover later.
Okay.
Because yeah, it was just incredible. It was an amazing cast. Claire Sweeney, Sarah Lancashire did it for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I was lucky enough to actually see it.
That's incredible.
When she was actually doing it.
That's really cool.
And
Luck Be a Lady Tonight.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Great song.
Gotta be.
So the next one is kind of again we're talking about musical theatre phase. Is what is your who is your all-time fave musical theatre performer?
Oh my goodness me.
This one's a hard one.
This is
because there's so many.
A hard one.
I mean, maybe we could like mention a few.
Yeah, I have. I mean, I've already mentioned some. Claire Sweeney, I love as well. I love Nigel Harman.
Yeah.
He's amazing. There's just so many. Honestly,
there are so many, but I think if I think about in recent times, I would say I absolutely adore Imelda Staunton. Never have I ever given a standing ovation so fast in all my life in Jitsu. It was phenomenal. And when I got to see her on the red carpet recently, I was really quite taken away. Anyway, you know, she's doing, considering she's mainly a film actor. To then I mean, she's probably theatre trained anyway. But to come out of there, and really bring Gypsy back like with a oomph was incredible. And then I've always loved Michael Ball.
Yes.
Michael Ball's a great character. He's lots of fun, and I think charismatic.
So when we saw each other at chess the other week, I actually was I loved Michael Ball. There's no, there is no, getting away from it. He is an incredible performer. But I actually fell in love with him all over again seeing chess. Simply because when he was standing on that stage with that vast orchestra behind him,
anthem,
and he just sung his heart out, and it was just, oh my god, it was just incredible. yeah, now I know and remember why you have been at the top of your game for so long.
I think I would also say Billy Elliot was a huge part of my teenhood and growing up, and when I finally saw it, it was incredible. But Liam Mower, like now he does a lot of Matthew Bourne, a lot of dance shows, but I've always idolised him, and I actually got to see him in Matthew Bourne's performance at Marlow Theatre. I can't remember the exact production, but I met him at stage door, and it was just like we were just chatting away, and for me it felt really like crazy surreal for me. He's great and he's great to talk to, and we had a really good chat, which was lovely. I got to tell him how much I loved him, because obviously we worked with Elton John too. And then I would say Summer Strallen. I think it's because Summer I saw in Sound of Music years ago, and she was understudying for Connie at the time. Who won I think it was right. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Summer.
I'm pretty sure.
And I got to see her in Young Frankenstein recently, and to speak to her after having that first kind of experience when I was a teen, watching her in Sound of Music at the Palladium was just amazing. And like all the Strallens, though, can we give a shout out to all the Strallens?
All the Strallens. It's
what
just,
a talented family.
There just isn't an untalented person in amongst the whole family.
No, basically, and then of course they're related to Bonnie Langford, and then the whole circle.
With that pedigree, you can't really go wrong, can you, as a family?
Okay. Did I ask? We have said both. Fabi's got football. So the next one is, what is your fave jukebox musical and why?
Oh, come on, guys.
Maybe you can
know
name two.
me. Okay, because everybody that knows me and knows me really well, there is only one jukebox musical for me, which is Jersey Boys.
Hey, me too! Yes, Caroline.
I grew up.
We are literally together right now.
I grew up on Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I remember the LP. That I am not really that old.
You're not that old, silly.
So basically I grew up, and funny enough, I didn't fancy it when it originally opened. I didn't really fancy it, and then a friend of mine came over from Spain. She was living in Spain at the time. She came over, and her mum was really poorly. She came over to get away over respite, because she was nursing her, and she said, I want to see some shows whilst I'm over here. I'd like to see Jersey Boys. And I went, oh really? You really want to see
that at first, because I got invited for my 18th birthday with my dad, and I was very
not sure about that. Don't know that I'll know any of the songs, but hey, okay, it's your weekend, we'll do it. So I went, and it was just like, oh my god, where has this been?
And me too. It was like that realisation of how many hits they have, how many good songs there are. I think as well as Jersey Boys though, I absolutely adore We Will Rock You. I always love We Will Rock You. I love Queen. Big part of growing up.
I love We Will Rock You.
But Bat of Hell, I'm glad that's at Dominion, because you know, Rock On and everything. Definitely. Dominion finally has a rock musical back in their building.
And it's just so right, and
it feels right.
It's absolutely bonkers mad, and I just adore it. I just can't get enough of it. In fact, where we were just a minute ago, they were playing the soundtrack. And it's just like, oh my god, where's my phone? Can I book again, because I need to go and see it again. Just love it.
I know what you mean. It is one of those, I mean, Meatloaf, just brilliant. I mean, the song, I would do anything
and I actually went and saw Meatloaf perform that.
Wow. How was that?
It was interesting, because I was standing at the time, and I'm not that tall, and so and it was in this again shows how old I am, guys, because they were actually still smoking.
I keep saying that. Really?
They were still smoking.
You could still do that,
but it was Meatloaf concert. Unfortunately, they were smoking illegal substances, I would imagine. And because I was the height I was, I came out there as high as a kite. So as far as I'm concerned, he was great.
That's brilliant. So the next question is, if you could only watch one musical for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? This is a tough one.
I'd probably still go back to Jersey Boys, to be honest, because I could watch, literally 1 month, I saw it 7 times.
Wow, in 1 month?
Yeah, I
must have about 8 times across the whole...
Yeah, no, I was in triple figures.
That's amazing. Did you get like the cheap day seats?
Yeah, I did day seats, I just did it all. Amazing. So I was...
Who was your fave? Do you have a fave? Fave Jersey Boys?
So yeah, I was probably, oh my god, don't shoot me, guys.
I thought you were going to say Ryan, aren't you?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that. Ryan Malloy.
Yeah,
right?
Ryan Malloy. Although closely followed by Michael Watson, I have to say.
He's great.
Yeah,
fabulous. I think they're all great. The casting for every show's been pretty amazing. Like, the tour casts are insane. They're still on tour now. Should we go, Caroline?
Oh God,
I think we should.
We
I think
should
we should book it. Should we go Marlow?
Yeah.
Canterbury's like an hour
Yeah,
on the train.
yeah, we'll do it. So I would probably say there was 4 main ones that me and Mum, because it was my mum that came with me all the time, and we had 4 favourites, and they were John Boyden.
He's fabulous.
Yeah. Ryan Malloy.
Yeah.
Matt Wycliffe.
Yeah.
And Eugene.
Oh, amazing. Eugene's little voice was incredible.
I know. So those were our special boys, but they cast so well
all of them really
the
good.
time.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think mine would be Billy Elliot, 100%.
Really?
I've loved that.
What do you love about Billy Elliot?
Oh my goodness. I mean, Elton John for a start.
Yeah.
The fact he wrote the musical.
Yeah.
The expressing yourself and all about being yourself is a very important message. The fact that at a time when it was still quite, I was being bullied a lot over being, at the time I didn't really know I was gay. But, you know, I was being called gay, I was being picked on for doing the singing and dancing, which, by the way, guys, you shouldn't listen to any hate criticism you get, because
I was bullied too.
You got to do what you love.
Different.
Exactly.
You just do.
And there's a song called Expressing Yourself, and it's that one. What the hell's wrong with expressing yourself?
With
being
Michael.
who you want to be,
woo!
And it's, you know what I mean, it's all about being yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could watch over and over. I must have played Electricity on YouTube by Liam Mower and Elton John. I've just lost count. And I miss that musical so much, so I would say that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it just always has had my heart.
Yeah.
Like, it's like for me, Kinky Boots and the reason why Kinky Boots and everybody's talking about Jamie, I feel, are doing so well is because Billy Elliot kind of set that landmark.
Yeah, definitely.
For, you know, LGBT and lots more. And
also the fact that it's got so many meaty parts in it. So the fact that there's so many layers to it, and so many relationships
as well.
And my dad always loved Grandma.
Oh yeah.
The Grandma song when she said I couldn't stand the bastard or something like that. Yeah, she said, and it's just. It's
really
So
I think as well. I think another thing about it is the fact that they have 2 contrasts. You have very masculine men.
Yes.
And very feminine men.
Yes.
And breaking down those barriers too, and those gender stereotypes. Like the fact that you see these big guys that are working on the mines, and they're singing and they're jazz dancing and they're doing every kind of dance you can think of. Is incredible. And for young people, it's so inspiring to see that. Do you know what I mean?
And I agree. And I think one of the pivotal parts in it for me is when he's having his audition and his dad is standing out the front. And Billy's behind doing his audition, and he's talking to one of the ballet dancers, and he comes out and he has a cigarette, and it's just like, do you know what? This has got such a story and a real meaning to it.
Yeah, it's got so much heart, and I think that's the best bit about it.
Yeah, it's all about acceptance.
Yeah. So the next question is, what's your favourite thing about theatre blogging?
My favourite thing about theatre blogging is probably going to see stuff that I wouldn't necessarily go and see.
Yeah.
So it's about, I mean, as I've mentioned before, we're hugely privileged.
Yeah.
Hugely privileged, and we never ever take that for granted.
No, it's like
whatsoever.
a dream.
It is a dream. It is a dream, but I just think the fact that we go and see stuff that, as I say, I wouldn't necessarily think of, and then you're bowled over by it.
Yeah.
And we do see a lot of shows. How many shows did you see last year?
I can't even think of the amount.
No.
It's very lucky.
When I sort of think about a year before, I lost count last year, but the year before that I saw 74 shows.
Blimey.
And bearing in mind I live a long way away, so I literally get the midnight train back again.
Yeah, also, like, it's not our full-time job. Some people think it's our full-time job, it's not. It's like something we do because we're passionate about it.
Yeah.
And, we're very lucky and fortunate we get these opportunities, you know. And I think a really big part of it is I particularly in my videos, I don't call myself a critic, I'm more about being positive.
I've always said I'm a reviewer, I'm not a critic. And for people that, visit my site, they know I'm a positive reviewer. So, I will always always, I've stood on the stage, I know what it takes.
Even like certain things, I feel like, you know, if you don't actually enjoy the show, there are still concepts in every single show, doesn't matter what it is, that has some kind of special quality to it.
Yeah,
whether that be a vocal of someone,
and
even if the song's not that great.
I even gave 2 stars and 1 star reviews. And I've even then, they've still come back and thanked me because I've delivered it in a positive way. You don't need to.
No, exactly, you don't need to be
There's
horrible.
so many critics out there that are happy to do that and paid to do it. We're not, and we just want to share our opinion, and you can do that in a nice way.
Exactly, I agree, and I think the best part about it is because it's so, you know, vast and diverse and full of so much variety that there's something there for everyone really, and it's so different.
Definitely.
Which is what's great, and I love that. So the next question is, who has been your favourite musical theatre actor to meet? So whilst blogging and things like that, who have you met that you've been like, and actually kind of putting the questions together, have you ever been starstruck by anybody?
Okay, so a little bit starstruck, going back to Patrick Swayze.
Oh,
little bit
jealous.
Starstruck.
Did you meet him?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to show you the picture.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's not with me because we weren't allowed to do that, but yeah, he was there, and that was. And what struck me is how humble he was to be on a West End stage, how much it meant to him that he was there.
Wow.
And that was really, it was about a year, it was only about a year or so before we lost him. And so it was an incredible moment. So I was probably a little bit starstruck. Gotta say, actually, recently I met Ruthie Henshaw.
Oh,
and
she was in Billy Elliot too.
Yeah, of course. And she's just, you know, just charming, really charming.
It's the same with me and Michael Ball recently, actually. I've met him a few times now, but every time I'm still like in awe of what he does.
He's great.
Same with Alfie Bow.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
And I think, but the most starstruck I've ever been was recently at the Olivier Awards red carpet. Now, it may look like I was kind of excited / chill, but I could only get one question, but it was with Imelda Staunton, and I literally felt the tears behind my eyes before I even said, literally, I had tears behind my eyes. I was like, okay, professional. And when she leaves, it's fine. You can just freak out.
Then you can just slap.
Which is incredible, and she's amazing. So I'd say that. Well, that's pretty cool, right? I feel very lucky. That is very cool. Okay, so the last question is, what is your favourite musical theatre lyric and why?
Oh,
will this require a bit more time?
I think this will probably, we might come back to you on that one, guys.
Okay,
I think
great.
We might.
Brilliant. Well, maybe we could tweet it alongside these videos and we'll see it. But let us know in a comment below what your faves are. Like, if you've got a fave musical, or the first musical you saw.
Absolutely, and we want to hear from you, because that's, you know, we love to hear about everything. We've loved hearing about each other.
We have,
and we haven't heard it. So yeah, guys, let us know what your favourite musicals are, or favourite performers, or when was the first time you remember going to see a live performance?
Yes, please let us know in a comment below, or tweet us. Whatever you want to do at Carn. It's C Theatre Passion on Twitter, Perry O'Bree on Twitter, whatever you want to do. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
it's
for
been
joining
lovely.
us.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you. Bye,
and if you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up, click subscribe, follow us on socials. I will link all the details below so you can see where you can find us, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.